Good morning, y'all. It is right now when I'm recording this, it is the Monday after my craft show. I've had a very long weekend. Friday, I had appointments for baby. Saturday, I then had my craft show, which I ended up getting sunburnt. Um, it's starting to dull down, so it's turning into a tan now, and then Sunday, I had to go and get my sister from LARP, which is live action role play, um, an hour and a half away. So it was an hour and a half there, an hour and a half back, driving with two children. It was definitely an interesting one with my youngest. My oldest was okay, but my youngest, she definitely did not like the car ride. Anyways, what we're here for. So what sold at my craft show. So I ended up buying Meg Makes crochet pattern for the Tofu the Turtle. And I made 5 of them. 3 out of the 5 sold. I have bag savers that you put grocery bags into. I sold one of those, one out of 3 that I had. I sold 3 of my chubby dinos. Don't know how many I actually had because I pretty much took all the colors I had and I did the body color I did the body color, and then every single color I took that body color and did spikes. So if it was lime green, I had 7 or 8 of lime green. Not lime green. Yes, lime green, and then mint, and then hot pink, light pink, purple, etc. And then I do circle scrubbies. I sold 4 of those. I've got 100 of them because I've just bulk made them last year. Octos, I sold 1 out of 9 that I had. Stitch markers, I made 22 of them before going to the craft show because I just started making them. Which, these ones are my personal ones, so they've got different clasps on them. Let me find the clasps that I put on the ones that I sell. Of course, when I need it, it's not there. Of course, when I need it, it's not right there in front of my face. So the ones that I sell have. I'm just gonna take one out because it's hard to see through the bag. But I only bought 100 of these, so I figured with my personal ones, I would just use my keychains that I use for my silicone wristlets. But it's just these ones, lobster claw, just so then it's easy. And mine is easy too, because it's just got the little clasp right here, but I just wanted pretty much uniform for the ones I actually sell, so. But I sold 2 of those, and they weren't even to crocheters. I was thinking stitch markers. Both of them thought zipper extenders. So my stitch markers have a double purpose, and I didn't even think about it. And then the next thing I sold was a towel. I do the towel toppers, crochet the towel toppers. I had some left over from last year's winter market. Or I don't even remember which one it was that I made them for. I think it was one of my Christmas markets. But I sold one of those. And then I make square scrubby washcloths, which is cotton mixed with the scrubby yarn. I sold 2 of those. I made a mini chicken, and I sold that. I have only made one of them because it was so hard to make because there was so much stitching. It took me 2 hours to make this little tiny chicken, and it was in acrylic. Of course, you know, makes it a little harder, but it was very, very hard to make, and I only made one of them and I sold it. So I might have to figure out how to make it a little easier. I sold my one pickle that I took, because I thought I had like 5 or 6 of them, and I only had one. Fun fact, sold the pickle at the craft show. And then I sold one on TikTok. So I had real quick whip that up yesterday and get it shipped out. And then my Bronchiosauruses, made 3. I sold 3. I was going to make more, and I should have. I only had one bee keychain left from last Christmas's market, and it sold. And then my cat pattern that I got I got chosen to be a tester for not one. Should have been. I might have missed writing them down, but I know I had 5 and I only had 1 when I left. So I sold 4 out of my 5 cats. And then I had stingrays from last Christmas. They were actually in Christmas colors, but one of them sold. So that's what I sold for my craft show. I'm going to be missing Tuesday next week, or we're just going to do something else. Because I do not have a craft show this weekend. I've been trying to schedule every single weekend, but I could not find one for this weekend that wasn't like in the afternoon, and I could work in the afternoon, but it's very hard with my kids because they want me home. And like by the time I would be getting home from the craft shows that I could find, they were an hour and a half away. Well, by the time I would get home from the craft shows, when they're done at 7 or 8 o'clock in the afternoon, I wouldn't get home until 9:30, which their bedtime is 8, so none of them were going to work. But, well, I'm here. An amazing mom-daughter duo that was in the booth next to me. They were so sweet. They found out I was pregnant. They saw that I was trying to put my canopy up by myself, and this is the first time I've used this canopy. The mom stopped setting her own booth up to come help me with my canopy, because like I was using my mom's where like literally it was just one, like you get the legs popped out, like popped down, and then like you pull it out a little bit and then you get underneath it, and there's just one button where you just push it up. And mine is not like that. Mine is way more difficult. You gotta extend the whole thing out and then push it up. And yeah, so she helped me out with that. But I bought a sun catcher from the daughter, and it reminds me of the sea. And it's very hard to get it on camera, but like it's not made to be for the sea, but like this piece right here reminds me of a seashell, even though it's just a flat triangle with a rounded bottom. And then it's just a whole bunch of the same colored beads, but different designs. Because like there's the round one, and then the bee's nest, teardrop, and then there's like circle ones, and then there's a star at the top. So they'll be going in my window in my bedroom, because it's very, very pretty. But I was thinking about putting it in my car, but I've got way too much. Like, I already have 3 things hanging from my rear view mirror. And in Michigan, we're not supposed to have anything that hangs. Oops. We're not supposed to have anything that hangs from our rear view mirror. But mine hang, like, it only dangles like that far underneath my rear view mirror. It's my great grandmother's necklace. I've got a scent jar in there. Oh, excuse me. I got a scent jar in there, and then I have a little beach jar in there, and they all are just like right there. That's all they hang underneath. I think that's why I haven't gotten pulled over with for them, because we're not supposed to. But if it distracts point of view, which it doesn't distract my point of view, so I think that's why I haven't been pulled over for it. But yeah, so that's how my markets went. Yesterday, I remade 2 of my Bronchiosauruses. Give me a second. Okay, so I remade 2 of the Bronchiosauruses that I sold, because I had these 2 colors and then this one, which I absolutely do not like that other color. I don't like it. But then I made another kitty. I'm gonna make another Bronc today and another cat. I've got to finish. I made this yesterday. I got to finish my little apple. I still haven't stuffed it. But I got a little apple guy going. And I got a long string, because what'll happen is I'm going to fasten off once I've got it stuffed and whatnot. And then you poke straight down to the bottom. You loop it around. You pull it back through the hole. You need to cinch it tight. And it will pretty much like make the 2 center, like where you fold an apple. It'll make that. So, yeah. This is all I made in a couple, well, it was yesterday. I made this one Saturday after I got back from the craft show. This one Sunday. And this one Sunday. So, take it as you will. It was a good craft show for me. Most of my craft shows, I don't make more than 100. This one I made 150. So, I mean, in my area, you have to, for like the plushies and whatnot, like if it's not a family fun day, don't do it. Just don't do it, because in my area it's kind of like Richie Rich, and there's nothing wrong with rich people. Nothing wrong with them. A lot of them are very, very sweet, but they've got pretty much a standard to hold. That's all I can think of, like how to say this. If you're over a certain age, you shouldn't be touching plushies in their eyes. You shouldn't be, messing with them. They're cute, whatever, but you don't have them in your house. And yeah, I had one person walk up, and like her teenage daughter wanted one of my Bronchiosauruses, and told her, aren't you too old for those? And I looked at the mom and I said, nobody's too old for plushies. There's a lot of people that do make plushies to have as decor. My pumpkin plushies are decor. I mean, I've got my chickens that are decor for like country house kitchens, like that kind of thing. Like, and then my bag savers, those, those aren't plushies, but I still sell them. I have the towel toppers. I've got the scrubbies. Like, mine wasn't just plushies. Like, I do a variety of different things. So, anyways, yeah. In my area, I have to pretty much do family fun days, and if they're not family fun days, they don't work for me. I don't make enough. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave you with that. I think this week I do either my Walmart order No, I pre-recorded my what I buy Wednesday. So it would be tomorrow for you guys. Tomorrow would be my Joann's and my Hobby Lobby purchases, which is actually where you'll see the yarn that I used for this week, so, or for my Bronchi services, so keep an eye out for that. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.